Hello there, Mayley fans, and welcome to episode 3. I'm Joe Panther the Third, and she's Sabrina,
And she's frozen.
and she's frozen, and her microphone's gone. And she's Sabrina, and welcome to Backstage Melee, and she'll be back. Let's give a warm Backstage Melee welcome to our guest tonight, Vinny. Welcome, brother. Welcome to Backstage Melee.
What's up? What's up? Thank you for having me. I came dressed to impress. I got my nice blue polo shirt on. Sabrina's gone,
She'll be back.
but she'll be back. But I'm ready for this.
Awesome. So what got you into the wrestling business?
So I started watching wrestling when I was about 8 years old, but it all started with my cousin. He had these action figures. He had like Jeff Hardy was his favorite, The Rock, Triple H, John Cena, and I just like the action figures in the video games. And then one time Raw was on Monday night, and just started watching it, and I was like so enthralled because it was like all these action figures that my cousin had, and the video games we were playing. It was just real life. So from that moment, I was hooked to wrestling.
Awesome. Welcome back, Sabrina.
I'm having technical difficulties today, and it always happens, so I'm not really that worried about it. But we have a really good guest today, and I know that you already asked the first question, but I just want to say thank you, Vinny, for coming onto the podcast today.
No problem.
I know that it's crazy because we were only into 3, and we had Hellfire, and we had another guy, and I said, listen, we cannot do this podcast without Vinny Talotta, even though he was my last one basically on my last podcast.
Mm-hmm.
But how are you today, Vinny?
I'm good. I got some meal prepping done today. Got my nice chicken, rice, and broccoli. So we're gonna look sick. We're getting beefed up.
Oh yeah.
Now, when I first met you, I believe it was a PPW show. You and Mike came out as a tag team. Is that correct?
Yes.
So now that was like before post game was a thing. So technically, PPW put you two together. And ever since then, like, how has that journey been with like you two working together? Like, how's it been?
So yeah, it really is funny full circle thinking about that, because PBW was the first time me and Mike ever tagged. It was before we thought about post game. It was before anything. I actually was doing him a favor because he asked me because he knew he was doing this tag match and he just needed a partner. So he called me up. He asked if I was free. Thank God I was. And then we were able to have that match against South Philly's Finest at PPW a little over a year ago. And since then, it's been a crazy ride because like not only have we done so much in wrestling where that is come up with the name post game, we got merch now, we got matching gear finally. We've wrestled in crazy matches in these 8-man tags, these triple threat tags, these fatal 4-way tags. We were in the Chris Cash ladder match for the CZW titles together. We've gone overseas because of this tag team. We wrestled in Europe, in Germany, in the UK, in Holland, and it's only been a year.
It's crazy because like it's full circle because you guys are back at PPW.
Yes, we've had a couple matches at PPW and all that, without even mentioning all the parties we went to, all the antics we've gotten to backstage, with some being filmed, some not, but it's all in good fun. And post game is real. Post game, not just a gimmick; it's a lifestyle, and that's what me and Mike have been having a lot of fun, and we got a lot of stuff cooking too.
You know, it's crazy because with me now doing backstage stuff, it's nice to see you guys like put together your matches. And the first time you guys came back to PPW, you guys were choreographing your entrance dance. That was the funniest thing I think I've ever seen in my life, Vinny.
It was that was the first time we've ever done it with Hellfire, and I like the incorporation of Hellfire because he's one of the boys now. I met him a little after I met Mike. I was a little skeptical because Mike, my boy, we go out and then this guy comes in, but Hellfire has grown on me. Like I said, he is one of the boys. He is so funny, and he likes to throw down too. So when we were doing that entrance, oh my God, I forget who had the idea of Hellfire just maybe coming between us, but we were like, we could go slide this way and that way, and Hellfire just made it perfect with how animated he was with his face, his movement. It was so funny, and that's one of my favorite. I think that is my favorite entrance that we've ever done so far.
It was so funny just to watch backstage because like it was Hellfire that was like, well, maybe I could like cut through you guys. And it was like it was so nice to see like that all come together. And I was like, wow, look at how much you guys like done in a year. Because like I'm not around for a lot of your matches, but like I keep up with you guys. I make sure that like I'm on your social medias. Like I make sure that I'm like the post game is awesome.
Yeah.
But you know, this past PPW show, you guys received a picture from Gavin. The drawn picture. How did that feel getting a picture? Like you made it, Vinny. You made it now.
Oh my God, that's all I needed. I knew Griffin. I know Griffin McCoy got one. I was like, damn, I kind of want one now because all of Gavin's favorites all get pictures, and it felt so good that after just 3 like appearances, I think only 3 times we've been back, and me and Mike both got one. Like I got mine in the back right there. It's so cool. It's so awesome that he does that, and it was really thoughtful, and I really like that. And he made me look and he made me look jacked, so I can't I can't not be hyped about that.
Yeah, like honestly, when I saw that, I was like, I mean that's nice and all, but like Gavin, you could draw me.
Like you got to be on screen more. You got to start walking out with more belts.
Is it like it's just like Titanic? Draw me like one of your French girls.
Yeah, like I you know what's funny? It's like I don't get jealous very often, but with that little boy, I get so jealous because he's always like drawing these wrestlers. And I'm like, Gavin, I'm backstage now. Like you literally see me every day, every time you run up, you hug me, just draw me.
You're gonna have to go over his house for like dinner. Be like, I'm coming over for mac and cheese and fried chicken. Now you got to draw me.
I will.
You got to bribe him.
You got to get like go to Popeye's Chicken and get and then and draw me now I'm here.
So, well, this past show, like a fan actually did come up to me and give me a picture of me and them like from a little bit ago when I was still just a fan, and I was like, I don't remember taking this photo, and it's crazy because I'm like, all right, she's like, can we take an updated one? And I'm like, I mean, yes. And I was like, is this how the wrestlers feel? Like, I was like, all right. But that must I mean, you made it now. You don't even have to try any harder. You already got.
I'm done. I can retire. I can retire right now.
Right. So you talked a little bit about Germany too, and like that whole experience over there. Like, how did that whole, come about? Like you guys going over there.
So it was through CZW. We tried to do like a little partnership with WXW, and with that, 11 members of the roster were able to go over. Again, at first it was business, so we had some business to take care of, and we showed face, we showed up, and we showed out because they love. From what I heard, we made a really good impression on everybody there. I think everybody in that trip worked really hard. I think me and Mike worked the hardest. We partied the hardest, and we did everything the hardest. But it was like a once in a lifetime opportunity that I want to do again, and I want to keep going back and doing again because it was one of the first times where I was able to just not think about anything else besides just wrestling. Yeah. And that's what I love. That's what I loved about it.
Now, like the fans over there, like, because I've seen the rings, and they were like
Mhm.
right up against the rings. Like,
Mhm.
how did that make you feel? Like them being
Oh,
that close?
oh, I loved it. I loved it because I like the whole interaction between wrestling and the fans because that's where you really get them. That's where you really either like make them love you or hate you. And I guess the people in Europe don't like to party as much as the people in the US because they were not fans of post game.
No?
But, no, 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 we were getting some booze. If you watch those matches back, we were playing into it because the energy fuels us. I
Of
know it
course.
fuels me, and that's what if whatever you give me, I'm giving you right back. Maybe even more.
Yeah, I mean, like when I saw some of these matches, I was like, I mean, I think you guys had a manager over
Mhm.
there,
Mhm.
and I was
Mhm.
like, oh my gosh, like no, they are getting booed, like oh boy.
Mhm.
But that's the whole point of this is like you never know what you're going into because like you could go in as a heel, as you say, and like
Mhm.
the fans might love you
Mhm.
just because of things. So with you and Mike's vibe, like it's great because you're like the loud, outgoing one, and like then there's Mike that's also loud and outgoing, but like you guys bring different sides of it as well.
Mhm.
And so like that's why you guys click. So when you guys come out, you're coming out when like that music starts and y'all start coming out. It's like the party's here.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I have never seen the fans twist their heads so fast at PPW the first time you guys came back because they're like, what is this? These two new
Mhm.
guys, this guy in a whole like pink tuxedo kind of thing.
Mhm.
Yo, you guys were the talk of the night.
Really?
Talk
Okay.
of the night.
Okay. I didn't know that.
I was keeping my ears open because like I mean, I have tried so hard to get you guys back at PPW. I was like, I said to the promoters, I was like, you guys got to get the post game. Like,
Mhm.
they are going to be the next big thing. And now you guys are the post game, but you guys are still doing your single matches. And I finally
Mhm.
saw you in a singles match at CZW against Griffin McCoy.
Yes. Oh
But
my
leading up
God.
to that match, you guys had this video, and it was great because it's kind of like the storyline. Like we all love to know, like, oh, there's beef between these two wrestlers, and like, let's see how this match plays out.
Mhm.
So he called you dumb, I'm pretty sure. And then the one catchphrase that you said, I think you said it or Griffin said it, is a whole lot of Talotta.
Yep.
And I think that should be a shirt, Vinny. I
It
I need a
that the shirt might be in the works, but a whole lot of Talotta I've been saying for a little bit. Said a little less since the post game because I haven't because when me and Mike go back and forth, we just vibe off each other. But that is definitely a thing that I've said before, and I like that. I like that phrase. It was said to me once, and I was like, I'm definitely stealing that and using it for
Oh,
myself.
for sure. And it was great to see
Mm,
you alone because, like, I told you, I even said, like, you're great in the post game, but like seeing you as a single wrestler, you can tell how much you've grown over
mm,
like the past like year and so that I've seen you. And it's like, wow, like you stepped up to the game. You gave Griffin such a run for his money. And
mm,
I'm like, I could have saw you win that and get to the championship belts.
mm.
However,
Yeah,
that
you know. I will say this. I'll say this. I've known Griff for a long time. I've
Mhm.
gotten real close with him because of Europe. I think he is a hell of a competitor. I think he is one of the best upcoming guys now, best young wrestlers that I know. He puts in a lot of work. It was his night that night, but
Yeah.
I'm not saying that to take any credit away from
Oh,
him.
absolutely.
He deserved it. That was one of the toughest matches I've ever had, and the only match that I can compare it to is when I wrestled Fred Yehai.
I know. I saw you and I was like, he's putting in the work and
Mm,
it's great. But I think that there's something bigger, especially for you and for Mike as well, because as a
mm,
post game. Because I
mm.
think that the next thing that you need to tackle is milk chocolate.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
I know
Mm-hmm.
a milk chocolate. They wrestle on Long Island at NYWC. Is it the same milk
Mm-hmm.
chocolate?
Yep.
Probably. But these guys now are the new tag team champions at CZW.
Yeah, that is right.
Because
That is right.
that was a crazy show as well. Fans went crazy when they won, like meaning like in a bad way. But like I think that maybe in the future, I shouldn't say maybe, definitely in the future, I see you guys getting those belts, and you guys went against them for those belts, did you not? For at the ladder match.
So yeah, they were one of the 4 teams in the match. Yeah, those title belts are something that I definitely want for many reasons. I'm not gonna lie, I thought CMD, me and Mike were gonna take them off them, but Milk Chocolate, we got a little bit of history with Milk Chocolate because another piece of history is the first match me and Mike ever had in CZW as a tag team is against Milk Chocolate.
Was it at the Oval?
It was at the Oval. That was
I
the
was
first
there.
time me and Mike ever tagged at CZW, and they won. So again, it's been a year. Me and Mike been through it. We've been getting better, and we got our stuff together. So I would love to beat Milk Chocolate in a rematch from over a year ago to become the CZW World Tag Team Champions.
And I would love to see that too, because I've seen you guys when you first debuted at CZW at the Oval. It was hot that day. How can you not remember that day?
It was hot. We were drinking. I remember having a drink in my hand, getting kicked in the stomach, thinking I was going to throw up. I remember that was my first match back since a little injury I had with getting my eardrum busted open. So you know what? I wasn't at 100%, but that's no excuse. I still should have tried to have been at 100%. But if that match happens again for the titles, not for the titles, not only am I going to be at 100%, I'm going to be at 110%. I'm going to be even better.
Because you're gonna get the dub and then hit the club.
Hit the club because Milk Chocolate is going to get a whole lot of Talotta that
Yeah. So is there any other like promotion that you guys yourself or as a tag team like in any state, like within New York or New Jersey that you've been seeing on Instagram but you have not competed in yet?
So yeah, I know for me and Mike, we want to go everywhere. We want to just start making more of an impact. We wrestle for NYWC relatively regularly. We've been going, like I said, to PPW. CZW is the main one. But we just want to keep going places. We've done a few shows for this promotion, 5-Star Wrestling. But yeah, I have a list of places that I want to go to, and I've reached out to a couple. I want to go to this place. Oh my God, I'm blanking on everything right now.
There's one on Long Island I don't think you know of is VPW.
VPW. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, that's
VPW.
one.
They're good. They're good people.
Yes.
I used to go to their shows when I was hanging out with my old friend.
Remarkable Wrestling is another one that I've been keeping my eye on. What else? Outbreak.
AXW?
Outbreak. Yes. That AXW is definitely one. Yes.
It used to be Outbreak. That's why I was like, because I know that you told me you were there yesterday. So I was like, he's scouting. He's scouting something.
Scouting some competition. Yeah, that place, Outlaw is another one.
Outlaw is good.
I want to get up to Wrestling Open. I think me and Mike would kill there. So that's in the works. Definitely like beyond like everything. I just want to go. I want to go to C4 in Canada. I want to go to the West Coast, wrestle in California. Smash.
That's in
Smash.
Canada.
Yes.
I know the promoter. Tell him he's a bald guy with a goatee. Tell him if you see him, tell him Joe Panther the Third says hi. I talked to him.
Hell yeah. Okay.
I'll have to bring you guys up when I talk to him next.
100%. But yeah, I just want to go everywhere. I want to just see my face on everybody's Instagram post. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think Sabrina froze it. She's so starstruck by you. Look at that. She's so
So
starstruck.
sorry. I get that. I get
Yeah.
that from people.
And she's back.
There she is.
I'm on my phone now because I was like, I'm done with the computer thing. But yeah, no, there's so many promotions that I could see you and Mike at. However, you brought up AXW, and I can't see you and Mike going against the people that are now the champions of the tag team titles because they're big dudes.
Hey, you know what they say? The bigger they are, the harder they fall.
That is very true. I mean, yeah, but we're gonna use this opportunity to light Vinny up a little bit.
Okay.
Guys, since Sabrina's on her phone, I'm gonna give you a little shout out for your merch here. If you ever want this merch, I don't know if you actually sell this anymore. Do you?
I do.
Because I know you like post game's your thing now, but shirt I've had for about a year now, and this is one of the best shirts I've ever had, and it says standout athlete, and if you're wearing it, anybody can be a standout athlete. However, still waiting for my whole lot of Talotta shirt.
It's in the works. We're working on it. We are working on it.
We both need one because I as I told you before we started recording, like wrestlers send me stuff, and I'm like, my mom's like, who is this from now? Oh, it's from a wrestler from Canada. Okay. I'll wear it.
I got you.
It's crazy because for a while I was on Vinny and I was on Mike about post game. I was like, where's merchandise? When you guys get matching stuff? And they kept saying, oh, it's coming. And finally they have their matching merch, which, can we just talk about the color scheme? Who picked out like the logo? Who picked out the color scheme of this whole ordeal?
A lot of post game stuff is very collaborative. Like even from the gear, like the gear is more my design for my tights, but the color scheme is more Mike. So I think the best way to do a tag team is to get the best attributes from the two people and combine them into one.
Absolutely. All right. Yeah, because I was like, I mean, with a tag team, like you kind of have to be collaborative a little bit. Because if it's just Vinny's like creativity, Mike's gonna be like, well, I didn't have any kind of like say, and like vice versa.
Right.
So, Joe, I'm gonna ask you this question.
Okay.
Who can you see Vinny singles wise go against in
I think I could see him facing the now new VPW World Champion in a match.
Which is?
Everybody knows who he is now. Well, I could see him facing the champion he beat in the Mad Mega. That'd be a good match. Be a tough battle. But I could see him fighting him. I could see him beating him. But
I'm going to go all the way and say Mecca.
Ooh, yeah.
Mecca. Brian Johnson.
You've grown so much in a year, Vinny, that I think that you could definitely take on Mecca. And I'm not usually confident enough to say that. But because Mecca's a really good wrestler in the ring, but anything can happen in wrestling. So, I mean, nothing's impossible.
No, yeah. I've known Mecca for years, from when I first started. I never wrestled him in a singles, so I would love to see how that happens, and maybe he'll be the bozo that night.
He's crazy, man.
He is crazy. I gotta keep my guard up though with him.
Don't look into his eyes. You may melt like a candle, dude. I was like, nope.
Or I'll go blind looking at his head.
Yeah, we would shine together. I have to put a hat on when I'm around because I don't want to get accused. You're like, Joe did that. Nope, that was him.
When he gets mad in the ring, it's the funniest thing because he has one vein that just like pops out of his head. And it's so, I can't stop staring at it. And it's just, I think that like with his madness and your like, hey, let's party, could be like such a clash of personalities in the ring that it could be a really good match.
I think so. He's he's got his experience, and I got my tenacity. So I think that would be a good clash of styles. He's very resourceful. I'm very explosive. I think we'd have a good tussle, as I say.
Hustle.
Mhm.
That's
But would you bring Hellfire with you, or would you go in alone?
I don't know.
or you can
Um,
manager. Hi, I'm in the works.
that's true. That's true. We gotta see. We gotta see where we're at.
Yeah.
Definitely would
If
love
they
to
teach
have
me take a
Mike there
bump,
too.
me and Sabrina could be your managers. I'm
Okay.
short. I'm like Hornswoggle. I could fit under the ring and like
Man,
hide.
I'll have 3 managers. I better be getting 3 times my rate then.
Oh jeez. You know WWE you could be has you could have 5 managers come out to the ring with you. You ever see play 2K? You could have as
I
many
feel
managers.
like I feel like if you got 5 managers, you gotta have 5 people negotiating. So that's 5 different paydays.
Exactly.
So we might have to come back to this conversation off recording.
Okay.
That's so we all know that Sabrina had another podcast, and in that last
Mhm.
podcast, I said to Vinny, I said, my worst nightmare is you guys championship material because
Mhm.
you guys are both my favorite tag teams. That terror came true, Joe, because they went to 5-star, and I remember sitting there. I didn't look at the card, nothing, but I saw post game come out, and I saw championship material come out, and I'm like, well, this is when I choose my team here, and I chose post game,
Mhm.
and I got a lot of flack from that, by the way.
Ooh.
But the reason I chose post game is because Mike and Vinny have this crew that loves them, and they were sitting behind me, and I felt like if I didn't go for the post game, I might have gotten booted out of that area.
Mhm. Mhm.
However, um, looking at the chemistry that you guys had with championship material in the ring, you could tell that again, there's so many different personalities right there. Like they hug each other when they're
Mhm.
fighting, which I think is really weird. And you guys have your little hey thing.
We got a couple different moves.
You do. But like I didn't think that you're like it'd be a good match, but that was another really good match, and I was like, I remember like putting questions down for this podcast and going, let me study my old podcast episode with Vinny, and then I was like, holy crap, that actually happened.
Mhm.
Like, we predicted the future,
We did predict the future. It's crazy.
so I'm putting it into existence. This time in a year, I will be Vinny's manager.
Mm.
How about we got to do a match one? How about maybe this time in a year, Mike and Vinny wrestle FTR for the AEW Tag Team Championships.
Oh wow.
Oh,
That's a big one.
that is a big one. You know what
Mhm.
though? Like, you guys had the same vibe that I get when I looked at Andretti when I first met Action Andretti. So like
Mhm.
I knew Action was going to be a really big star from the get-go. Like I felt it in my chest, and that is the same thing that I see with you and Mike individually and together. Like
Mhm.
so I'm just, I'll say this and it's going to be on the internet. I am a fan of Vinny Talotta and Miami Mike the post game.
Hell yeah.
Now it's on recording. I can't.
You guys are
You
really
can't take
good.
it back.
You're
You
a good
can.
team. The super good
Thank
team.
you.
You have a great. I'm not gonna sing the song because I don't want to get hit with a copyright strike. But I want to say it's teen drinking is very bad. But I got a fake
Mhm.
ID though.
It
Yep.
Yeah, no, I remember doing my first promo with the post game, and all they had to do was say that they got cut a little short from Brothers Gray, and I let them take control of it. And the amount of like, I didn't know who was speaking first. I was like, okay. And then Mike started speaking, Hellfire started speaking. Vinny tried, but I don't know. He was mixing
Vinny
up.
got hit in the head hard.
he got hit in the head hard that night, and he could not like put the words together. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to redo this. Like, we're gonna have to redo it. And no, they just played it off. But that's what makes a good promo, is that you guys can just go with the flow, play it off.
Mhm.
And like, yeah, like, have you ever done like a backstage promo before, or like?
Yeah, I've done a few. We did one at PPW, the last one that I really like. I really liked that one.
That one
It
was
was
good.
the one. It was a pre-match before we went out for the four-way tag, and it was legit. Like, we were on deck. So Mike was hype, I was hype, and we were just feeling it. One take, in and out. It was just a good promo. I like that backstage segment.
Oh, for sure. Like, I think that from the first to the second promo, like this past promo, like you really got to see like you amped up. You were really like
Mhm.
there. And again, like you and Mike play off each other. So you guys are all hype. But before going out, I know what you guys do because I'm backstage usually, but what gets you hype? Like, how do you get hype for a match?
Oh man, like, honestly, time. The closer we get to that bell ringing, or even before, the closer we get to hearing that hook of Tipsy gets me amped. Like, I'm running around. The rain energy drinks help. I'm not gonna lie. But I've been starting this new little pre-match ritual. I've been trying to get, because I get so animated, I need to do something. So I'm trying to do more push-ups and sit-ups and like squats just to get the blood pumping and flowing. And then I've been bringing two little mini Rice Krispies. You eat them right before you go out, get a little something sweet in your system, and it gives you a little more fast acting carbs to make your muscles pop a little more. But it helps me come back to earth to go back out.
Yeah, like I mean,
Mm.
I've seen you do like the push-ups, but like you also do that in the ring when you have like your opponent down. You do like push-ups.
Mhm. Mhm.
It's kind of like a signature Vinny thing right now because like you just see, that's like you flexing a little bit. And
Yep.
is that something that you came up with and was like, that's gonna be my thing, or do you have a thing that you do that's like you cherish that move?
The push-ups are definitely one of the things. It came up at training because we were just wrestling around, and I think I might have been doing it with one of the newer students, where I just got him on his back and just started doing push-ups. And I was like, you know what? That was funny. I'm gonna keep doing it. And then that's kind of a lot of the stuff that happens. It's stuff that happens in real life where it makes me entertained. And it's like, I'm just going to show everybody.
Yeah, and like I mean, like the finisher that you and Mike have, like, is there a name for that? Like, do you guys have a name for your finish?
So, yeah, that finish is called the Walk of Shame.
Walk of Shame. Oh yeah, because the post
Mm-hmm.
game, the morning after is Walk
Mm-hmm.
of Shame. So.
Mm-hmm. When you hit that, when we hit that on them, they got to take the Walk of Shame to the back.
Yep.
Exactly.
So
Mm-hmm.
And like it's just I love the chemistry because you guys have really good communication with each other too. Because it's like you're like, oh, up. Um. So yeah, that's great. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Joe, go ahead.
so like Vinny, like the week of a wrestling show for you,
Mm-hmm.
what is your normal schedule like leading up to the show?
So as of show day, or like during the
Like
actual
a
week?
show, like a week of a show. Like
Okay.
what is
Oh,
like
okay.
your normal schedule like?
So I'll say show day. So so I'll wake up depending on when I have to get to this venue. Hopefully, like to be up by like 8. Try and get into the gym, do whatever I didn't do during the week. Maybe get that done. If not, do some cardio. Get probably 2 meals in before I leave. Bring a packed meal. Get on the road, and then once I'm at the show, I can kind of just settle. You know, um, usually I'll have Mike in the car with me. Maybe we'll bring somebody else. So we're having a good time, good vibe riding up. But once we're at the show, we do our thing. Uh, we do our little pre-match rituals. We go out, have a banger, come back, and that's where the energy starts to come down a little bit. That's where we kind of calm down to rev right back up because we got a post game. So from there, we'll if it's not too far, we'll go out for a little bit, have a couple drinks, see where the night takes us, and then end up home.
Okay.
So that's a show day.
Cool.
He said show day. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. I mean, see, this is why I need to become a wrestler because I don't have anything I do on a show day. I literally go, all right, here we go. I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know, man. Doing these backstage promos, like I'm like, I don't know how they do it out there. Like they put on this like persona and like this show, whereas like I am only saying a few sentences and I'm getting nervous. So like, how do you not get nervous in front of people?
So a little secret. I'm always nervous. Always nervous. I feel like the day that I'm not nervous, even a little bit, is the day I should stop.
Ooh.
Because that is the day I don't love what I do anymore. I'm not nervous because I think I'm going to fail or mess up. I'm nervous because I want to do the best that I can do. And I know what I can do is great. So if I even come a little short, I don't want anybody to be slated because of it. I'm nervous because I want to perform the best that I can.
Absolutely. I feel that.
So, in closing, Vinny, if there was any kids out there that wanted to get in the wrestling business, I'm saying like 17 to 18-year-olds that are watching this podcast right now. They wanted to get in the wrestling business and they didn't know what to do. What kind of advice would you give them?
Well, I tell you this, don't get in the ring with me, as my one friend once said. But no.
That's what Mike said, first of all. Don't get in the ring.
I know. No, but if you want some real advice, consistency is key. If you want to do it, do it. But you have to commit to it. This business is not for everybody. It takes a certain person to willingly know that they're going to get hurt, willingly know that they're going to go through sleepless nights, willingly know that they're going to have to put everything into this business if you want something out of it. But if you are consistent and you stay the course, good things will happen. I've known from my own experience, staying the course and staying consistent has gotten me many great opportunities. And when I pull back is when I realize that things aren't going my way. But if you're starting out, go to training as many days as the school provides. If you're able to get a gym membership, go to the gym as many days as you can, because not only is this business a mind thing, it's a body thing. You are the canvas and you need to paint to have yourself shine.
Wow. That was actually really deep, Vinny. I'm like, I'm a little moved by it.
Mm-hmm. She needs a tissue.
Go find a school.
Careful, Sabrina. Don't try to like wipe your eye with your shirt. You may like.
If people want to find you on some social media, where can they find you?
So everywhere it's Vinny Talotta. I think Instagram it's Vinny.Talotta. But if you search Vinny Talotta, you'll see a nice picture of me flexing with the post game shirt. If you don't see that, that is not me. Don't follow it.
Don't follow it. Yeah.
Just follow me.
Yeah. That was a funny thing. Just don't do it. Don't follow it.
Don't get fooled. Don't get fooled.
Profile picture. I wish you could do like little videos. So, like the little video on your profile picture could always be like you doing the.
Oh, yeah.
You could do that with you could. I don't know if you know, Instagram actually lets you do a video picture. I haven't done it yet, but I think they do. You have to check and see, because I saw somebody with a moving one, their hands moving,
I'll
and
have to
stuff
look
like
into
that.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to look into it, Vinny. That was a great moment.
Yeah.
But again, Vinny, just thank you so much for coming on. I mean, you've known me for a year, so hopefully you haven't gotten sick of me yet.
No, it was fun. It was a good conversation.
He's been on 2 podcasts now of mine, and he's like, "Oh God, don't ask me to do a third." And to our viewers watching, like, if you have anybody that you want us to have on, I mean, if the viewers really want to, I will ask Miami Mike if he wants to come back on. But that's only if the viewers want to.
Yeah. The Mayley things have good words,
I'm over it.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much, Vinny. It was awesome to have you on. Definitely tell your wrestling friends from MCW and everywhere you go about Backstage Melee.
He's mostly
100%.
But yeah.
I got many friends in many places.
Yeah.
Okay, Vinny, Mr.
It's like that song. He got friends in high places.
I
get it. Well, I think we discussed about the merch. If anybody from our fans want to buy one of your shirts, would they have to contact you, or is that their website they can go on?
As of right now, contacting me is the best way. Popping up to the shows that me and Mike are booked on is even better. But that's another thing we might have to work on, a little website that I could start plugging.
Yeah, I mean, though, however, I will say before we close, like, getting it right from the wrestler is definitely a different experience than ordering it online and getting it in the mail, because then I get a chance to go up to the wrestler I want to get the shirt, meet them, talk to them, be like, hey, I like your shirt, and then get it. But they don't just have shirts, guys. Postgame also has bracelets that Vinny.
You got nice little wristbands.
Oh, I
says
like that.
Postgame, pink and green. So you could just flip them around. You could wear 2, because sometimes the top needs to be green and the top here needs to be pink, or they both gotta be green. But you could get 2 if you want to.
Yeah.
I had to plug that in because when I got my shirt, it was also, hey, you got your shirt, and then Hellfire was like, we got wristbands.
We got wristbands. Yep.
We got wristbands, and I was like, oh no, I'm okay. He goes, but you have 2 wrists, and I'm like, okay.
Got 2 wrists. Might as well fill them with a band.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have anything on my wrist right now, so I mean.
Well, it looks like you need a wristband.
Okay, guys. Again, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe the video, and we'll see you next time.
Yes. And we will see you in the next one.